Okay, now we're live. So today is our second planning meeting with our second grade friends in Van Meter. And today we're super excited because we have our author friend, Michael Dahl, with us. And so we're going to let Michael take over and help all you second graders out today.
Okay. So how are you guys?
Good.
Oh, there you all are. Oh my goodness. And it looks like there's two big second graders there in the back. I can sort of see. Yeah, her, the lady with the glasses, someone over there in the blonde hair.
I'm cool. I'm the teacher. And I'm the librarian.
Okay. So how are things in Van Meter today? Good. So now you guys have already been starting to work on your library song. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've started on the chorus a little bit. So.
Oh, can you maybe share some of that? What do you have so far?
Who would like to sing? Me. Jack, you want to try? Okay. Why don't you come up in front and then you can sing it so far. What we have so far.
I like to go to the library every day to pick up books and start my day. The fun never ends when I research with my friends. There's no tools help us share about all we care. We can send our research everywhere. We can collaborate to make our research great. You, me, and our community.
That's very good. I like that. Very good. And that's the chorus, right?
I think so.
Oh, very cool. That's great. And now, you're still working on verses? Is that right?
Right. We haven't started that yet.
Okay.
That's a list of our words.
A couple things I would suggest. I'll tell you a couple things I do when I start out if I have to work on something. First of all, I always make sure that I have my energy, I have my cookies and my pop with me, okay? I have to have my energy at the beginning of the day. And then you can probably see behind me, and here when I show you that, I have lots of books behind me. Can you see all those?
Nice.
Now those are just the books that are in my office. I have my own personal books. You're probably not going to believe this, but in my house, I probably have something like 2,000 to 3,000 books. And they're just mine. I know, because I like to read, and you know what? One of the best ways to write, to learn how to write, is to read, because you get ideas from books. And a couple books that I was going to suggest that you might find, maybe you have some in your library or media center. There's this one poet. He's written a lot of things. His name is Doug Florian. Here's a book. It's called Bow Wow Meow Meow. And of course, it's about dogs and cats. He's got another one. It's called Poetries. So see, he writes about all kinds of different subjects. And then one of my very, very favorite, I'll show you here. It's Jack Prelutsky. Tyrannosaurus Was a Beast. And if you can find this book, you know what's really cool about this book? All the poems are about dinosaurs, but every one can be sung to a well-known song. Like maybe Happy Birthday, Coming Around the Mountain, Yankee Doodle, all those kind of things. And so it's sort of a good way to learn how to write words that go to songs. So anyway, that's just some things that I like when I'm starting out. And when you come up with verses, you maybe only need 3. So you don't need a lot. 3 is probably a good number. Excuse me. Now, let me ask you guys, because you're all sitting there, and I'm going to write this down while you're giving me ideas. That chorus was great. That was really, really a good chorus. I'm very impressed with that. Can you tell me, just as you're thinking, maybe you did this before, but when you think about your library, what are words that you think about? What's a word that pops into your mind? Raise your hand, or maybe the teacher, the librarian, can call and help. What are some words that we think of when we're thinking about the library?
Educational.
Education.
Okay. Ooh, that's a big word. Okay.
Books.
Books.
Library.
That's it.
Library. Okay.
Fun.
Relaxation.
Oh, that's a good word. Okay.
Noah. Okay. Any other words? And remember the Padlet? Gavin. We said educational. Kylie.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay.
Words, Tysa.
Fun.
Fun. 800 words.
Now, let's say that I have never been to your library before. And besides these good words that you've given me, educational, books, library, fun, relaxation, awesome, if you wanted to try to tell me, because let's say I'm a stranger, and you wanted to tell me what the library sort of looked like, or what are the things that were in the library, physical things, maybe what the ceiling was like, or the rugs, or the chairs, or how the books are on the shelves. What are different things that you would think about? What could you tell me about it so that when I was at your school and I walked into the library, I'd say, oh, this is the room that those kids were telling me about because they described it so well. So what are things like physical things that you can tell me that are also in your library? Yeah?
At our library. Josie.
We have like pyramids, like little couch pyramids.
We have soft seating, like risers.
It's kind of in the shape of a pyramid with a flat top, and it's got 3 levels.
Oh, now see, that's cool.
Oh, it's
Libraries have that. That's so cool. So you can actually sit on a pyramid.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, what else do you guys have in there?
Ice table.
Nice tables, brand new furniture, nice tables. Yes, Luke. Computers.
Oh, that's good.
Kevin. Books, a lot of books.
You have, let me ask you about the books. Do you have hardcover books or paperback books?
Oh.
Okay, so you have both. Do you have small books or do you have big books?
Oh.
Okay, that's good to know too. Great. Okay, so you have all kinds. What color are these books?
Colorful. Every color.
Okay, so every color. Okay, and do you have chapter books or picture books?
Oh. Like Harry Potter.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, more about our library. Go ahead.
We have chair cubes.
Chair cubes. Little round like mushrooms.
Marshmallows.
Oh, they call them marshmallows. Sorry.
Marshmallows. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, what else? Samantha.
They have Chromebooks.
Chromebooks. And
That's like a
So
computer.
like little iPads.
yeah, little iPads too.
I think it's
So you have like computers and tablets and all different ways that you can find books. So you have electronic or digital books besides paper books, right? Okay.
Liam.
Bookshelves.
Bookshelves.
Bookshelves, okay.
Bookshelves. Anything else?
Teachers.
What's that?
Yes, how about Mrs. James and Mrs. Huckleberry? Teachers. Yes.
You have librarians and teachers.
100 books.
Etch-a-sketches. We have etch-a-sketches.
Wait a minute. You guys have, besides all the books that you have pyramids you can sit on, mushrooms, computers, and etch-a-sketches?
Etch-a-sketches. Yes.
Well, no wonder this is such an awesome place. Wow. What do you guys have? Let me ask you this then. What do you guys have on the walls of the library?
Posters.
Raise your hand. Remember, Brayden.
And what are these like? What are the posters of? Like, give me an example of a poster.
Some are like
Noah.
Minecraft.
Minecraft poster.
Oh, cool.
Um,
So, okay, so you have posters about things that you think are cool and are pretty neat.
Are they neat?
Cool. What else? What other kinds of things do you have on the walls?
What else on the walls, Luke?
well, they have. I don't. Shannon
What else?
like.
Samantha?
The Blood Garden book is on a poster.
Okay, some of their favorite books are on posters.
We have the Iowa Children's Choice Award book poster and the
She
Bullfinch Award
has stuffed
posters.
animals on top of it.
Okay, so like book covers and book winners. Do you ever have special artwork that you put up on your walls?
Not yet, but we will soon. I'm working with our art teacher.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Collaborating to bring in art to the library.
Okay. So you'll have artwork, and I'm sure your artwork will be something that's inspired by the library or maybe inspired by something that you read. Let me ask you this, because you guys look like you're very enthusiastic use the library and very enthusiastic readers, and I'm going to need some help from the teacher librarian. Can you guys like raise your hand? Can you tell me like what's a favorite book that you have that's in the library, or a book that you just read that you really liked that was in the library?
Josie.
Smile.
Smile.
Oh, is that the graphic novel one?
Yeah.
Well, is it Renee Telliger or something, right? What's her last name? Oh yeah, that's a cool book. I got to meet her once. She's really nice. Okay, what's another book or books?
Cabin Fever.
Oh, okay.
Jack. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7.
First.
The first one.
Cardboard.
Yes.
Cardboard? Cardboard.
Yep, that's a graphic.
Cardboard. Oh, I've read well, you guys like Cardboard. That's the graphic novel too, right? Is that by Doug TenNapple? Okay. What else? What other books, guys?
Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe.
Okay, cool.
Shelby. Sisters.
Okay. Yeah.
Sky.
What's that? Any of our Goldfinch books that were your favorites?
Tysa. Any of the Goldfinch?
Ugly.
Ancient Ugly?
Sky. No, Corey.
Cardboard.
Cardboard. And Gavin. Gustopolis? Ghostopolis. Ghostopolis.
Oh, I've read that book. Sure, that's by Doug TenNapple as well. Okay.
Nerds.
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 House of Robots.
Oh, that sounds like one.
Seth.
The Black Rabbit.
The Black Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Nut.
Oh.
What's that?
Fish and snail.
Fish and snail.
Maria, Fish and Snail.
Okay.
The Watermelon Seed. And
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Goosebumps. The Goosebumps.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a favorite Goosebumps?
Well, you know what, you guys? Just from the types of the books that you've told me that you've been reading, I learned some more about your library, things that we didn't think of before. When you were telling me about all the different types of books earlier, nobody said graphic novels, but a lot of graphic novels are some of the books you've been reading. Also, funny books, scary books, books about friends, books about animals. So all those kinds of things are books that you guys have been reading. So those are things too that you might think about, because you know when you want to sing about your library, one of your goals is to get people to come into the library and to learn how cool it is. So you want to try to reach as many different people. So there are a lot of different people out there who have different interests just like you. So you want to make sure, like, okay, let's tell them all the different kinds of books we have. Let's tell them the kind of computers that we have that we can get on electronic books, digital books. We have funny, scary, silly, cool kinds of stories and books. So you want to tell them all that kind of stuff, because it's almost like you're writing a commercial when you're writing this song, because you're trying to get people really excited about this place. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. Wow, time goes fast, doesn't it, when we're talking about stuff that we like. Okay. Another thing, and maybe you guys have done this too, but I bet you have these types of books in your library. Do you have reference books?
Yes.
Like dictionaries?
Yeah.
Do you have books? Do you have a thesaurus?
I don't know if we have this words. We use the
Do you have books? Let me see. Do you have books about rhyming books? Books that help you find words that rhyme? Okay, perfect, perfect. I'm going to show you. Hold on, and I'm going to bring you, like, see all those books that I have over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are big.
These are just the dictionaries I have. I don't have just one. I have 3. Okay. And then see all these books. All of these books are all about writing. These are graphic novels. These are other like chapter books. I've got books just about, like, here's some more, like poetry books. I got graphic novels. Because like, if I got excited about books, what I would want to do is to show people or tell them. Like, see, here's a graphic novel. Here's another one by that Doug TenNapel guy that some people were talking about. Here's like a fun picture book. Here's another poetry book. You see, when you show people stuff like that, then they sort of get excited. They want to see it. So think about how you can get people excited about coming to see your library. Because you know what, this is the other thing, and we haven't even talked about this. I don't know if Shannon Miller has talked about this yet, but I know she's thinking about it. That once you've got your song, you've got your chorus, and then you've got your verses, and you have that, just think you could do a video about it. Like a book trailer. You could do your own book trailer video about your library, and while people are singing it, just like a video, you could have people showing the books, you could have people dancing, you could have people doing cool, fun things in the library with the shelves and the books. So think about, when you're writing your song, think about all the cool, fun stuff that you could do with it. Because it's not just that this is going to end up on paper. A song is something you sing, right? And you have fun with it, and people are going to enjoy it. And then you're going to have like a video. So this is going to be like a cool, fun thing to do. Now, do you guys have any other questions about the writing process, or about what you want to do next? Anything like that at all?
Any questions, guys? I think we're working on our verses next.
Okay. Okay, well, you know what a good thing to do is when you're thinking about your verses, let's say you want to have 3 verses, because that's a lot. That's a good number. Think about, let's say, sort of like the subject or the topic or the idea for each verse. Maybe one verse talk about what the library looks like. Maybe the second verse talks about all the different kinds of books that are there. Maybe the third verse can talk about all the other things that you can do there. You go there for storytelling, right? You go there to do book reports. You go there to get on the computer. You probably do computer games when you're there, right? So think about that. Think about our first verse is going to be about what the library looks like when you come in, and how you can sit there. You can sit on a pyramid. You can sit on a mushroom. How colorful it is. What the bookshelves look like. The second verse can be about all the different kinds of books you have and the things that you like about them. And then the third verse, all the other things that you do there. Okay? So try to think about it that way. Then that will sort of help you figure out what those sentences are that you write. Okay? Now, when you guys did your chorus, let me ask you a question. When you did your chorus, did you just write it down and then think of the rhymes later?
Well, we had the key words, what we wanted to put into it, and then kind of made up sentences to go around those, and then to rhyme off of it. So we came up with a using that key word, and then rhymed off of it for the second.
Perfect. See, you can do that with your verses. Think of your big keyword is what the library looks like. Then think of all the other words, just like the things that you gave me. You were telling me there's couches, there's a pyramid, there's new tables, computers, all the different colorful books, the chair cubes, or marshmallows, right, you call them? That's pretty cool. All the digital books, what the shelves look like, the people that help you, the librarians, the teachers, the etch-a-sketches. Those are all keywords. Those are all things about what the library looks like. Is the library easy to get to?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Is the library, is it a quiet place, a noisy place, or in between?
In between.
Sometimes quiet, but sometimes noisy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are all things that describe your library, and those are your key words. Then in your second verse, which is about the books, think about all the books that you were telling me about. You had titles, you had authors, you had like what kinds of books, like chapter books, picture books, how colorful they were. You can talk about all those. You might even throw in an author's name or two. So you can think about all the different kinds of books and think of those keywords. And then think of, for the third one, think of the key words for what you do. Using computer, doing reports, talking to your friends, using the Etch-a-Sketch, looking up words, using reference books, making reports, all that kind of stuff. You guys probably sing there too sometimes, right? Or listen to music. Mm-hmm. So you could put that in too. Think of all the things. You know what? We've already written down probably like 50 words just in the time that we've had today. Think about all the cool things that we do. Those are cool. I'm just looking at the cool tables and chairs that you have there. Those chairs look sort of comfortable. Are they comfy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can show you one of the pyramids.
Oh yeah, show me what the pyramid
in the classroom too.
Okay.
So am I going the right way? So the boys are sitting on there.
Oh.
They're just like step up if you can.
Oh yeah. Okay. Very cool.
We have some of the mushrooms. Do you want to hold up one of the mushrooms? Jack, just that. Oh, be careful. So those are just the little round mushrooms that they can sit on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and we have waterfalls. Those little wobbly.
Oh.
Water spouts. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, you know what else I just saw that you guys didn't tell me? There are windows in the library. I see a globe. I see a globe. I see those buckets, right?
Yeah, those. And we have a whole room in there. If you want to open the door, that's our library for our classroom.
Oh.
I wish I could take you in. We have a lot of books.
Wow.
That whole room is just for our library for the classroom.
And then what are those things above into the classroom? There's a window there. What's that? What's up on the wall there?
Oh, that's the class. That's the students about them.
Okay. Okay.
Come on in,
Very
guys.
cool.
I could give you a little tour.
They're having so much
There's a lot of great stuff in there. Oh, there's your board, your whiteboard, right?
Addie. Okay, come back in and sit down, guys. A little tour.
Yeah, that's great. Well, now what is you guys can tell me this because I've been to Iowa. I've been to a lot of cities and towns in Iowa. I haven't been to Van Meter. But what is your what's your mascot or your team?
Josie.
Bulldogs.
Oh, bulldog. That's why some people have bulldogs on their t-shirts. Okay.
Boys, over here. 5. Right here. Good job.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, you might think about that. I wonder if you can get the word bulldog into your song.
That would be nice.
That would be sort of cool. Or think about this. You know, think about if bulldogs. What's the noise that bulldogs make? Okay. Well, couldn't that be part of your chorus? Because if bulldogs got excited about books and reading, maybe bulldogs would be making some noises in the library. So you might want to think about that too. Maybe there's a bulldog song about the library.
We have construction in our library.
Oh, someone back there has a question there in the glasses. She's standing up. Yep.
Hi, so did you have a question? No. Noah?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, just hold it here.
It's okay.
We have construction. We have construction in our library.
Yeah, they're remodeling it.
Oh. Well, now I have something else I wanted to ask you guys. I've been doing all the talking. Now, do you have questions you want to ask me about at all?
Questions before we leave? Have a seat, Addie. Come over here. Java, go ahead.
If you're an author, is it hard?
Is
it hard to be an author?
Well, here, let me take my energy drink before I answer that. You know what? I'll tell you what, that's a very good question to ask. Is it hard? Well, it's just like any other work. It's fun work, but it's still work. The hardest thing about being an author is that when you're an author, a lot of times you're alone. You don't get to work on things together like you guys are. So a lot of times when you're writing a book, you're by yourself, and so you have to be able to like being by yourself a lot or spending time alone. So if you like that, then you'll probably enjoy being an author because you don't always get a chance to work with other people. Sometimes you do, like you guys are, but not as often. So your project, that's a cool thing. That's a special case. Okay, any other questions?
Luke?
What inspired you to be an author?
Oh, that's a good question. Wow. Well, you know what? I always liked going to the library. That's just probably why I have so many books in my house. My family always read, my mom and dad, my sisters, so we were just a reading family. But when I was in 5th or 6th grade, we had a book club where we could order books. You know, the teacher would order books for us. And there was a mystery that I ordered. And my best friend ordered the mystery at the same time. And, well, let's pretend, we'll pretend this is the book. So we each got the book at the same day. And you know what my friend did? He got the book, he turned to the back page because he wanted to learn who did the mystery and how it was done. He read the last page, and then he told me. And I was so mad. So I went to our librarian, Mrs. Halverson, and said, you know what my friend Jimmy did? He spoiled the book. He told me how it ended. And Mrs. Halverson said, I think you need to still read that book. I said, why? He ruined it. She says, no, why don't you read the book? And you know what? I went home that day and I read the whole book, and it was a pretty cool mystery. And when I got to the end, I found that Jimmy Crabtree was wrong. He missed the whole thing, and he didn't even know what the cool trick about the book was. It was a really good mystery. And so then I thought, I want to be able to write stuff like that. I want to be able to write books that trick you. So that's what really inspired me in 5th grade, and that's when I really started thinking about becoming a writer. And the very first books I ever wrote were mysteries. And, you know, I write, like, spooky things, like this is book, you know, Cave of the Bookworms, or The Troll Hunters, or I've got one called Professor Igor's Lab of Fear. And here's another one. This might be too scary for some people. It's called The Stranger on the Stairs. So I just like stuff like that, and I think that's sort of what inspired me to write. Is I wanted to write books that trick people, so I started doing that.
Awesome.
Any other questions before we go? We have a few more minutes.
My mom's an author.
Cool. What kinds of books does she write?
He writes grown-up books like that.
Romance, I believe.
Romance. Oh, that's very cool. That's a hard type of book to write. I cannot write a romance. I would write a romance, and it would turn out to sound, it would turn into a science fiction monster book if I tried.
Josie.
How old do you have to be to write a book? How old are you?
Very good question. As long as you can write, it does not matter. There are some books that are out there that have been written by young people in grade school, in middle school, in high school. There are some books out there that have been written by older people who never thought about writing until they were like 60 years old. So it doesn't matter. As long as you want to write and like to write, just start. Because when I was excited about writing, I started when I was in 5th grade. And that way I learned how to write. So that later on, when I started writing books and I sent them out, hopefully to be published, I knew enough about books, and that helped me. So it doesn't matter what age. As long as you like it and you want to write, go ahead and start writing.
Okay, I think we have time for maybe one more.
Okay.
Did anyone who was the author of that book who inspired you to write?
The book in 5th grade. What was the author's name who inspired you? What was that book again?
Oh, well, yeah, I will tell you. I'm sure that the grown-ups in the room have read it. The writer's name was Agatha Christie. You probably know who she is. She's a mystery writer. She is called the Queen of Crime. Because, you know what, let's see, you guys know who wrote, what's the name of the writer who wrote Harry Potter? What was her name?
J.K. Rowling!
J.K. Rowling, right, J.K. Rowling. And she's like the most popular writer today. You know what? Agatha Christie, the woman that I read, her books have been out there like 3, 4, 5 times as many as J.K. Rowling. So she's millions of copies of her books. Her books have been translated into 70 different languages. She's just like the queen of mystery. So I started reading her when I was older, 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. But she inspired me because she's such a good writer. I wanted to be like her. Of course, now I want to be like J.K. Rowling because she's so cool.
I love J.K. Rowling.
Oh, I think we probably need to go. You know what? This is really cool. I'm glad I had a chance to talk with you. Finally, we got the technical stuff, and now that it's working, or I know what I'm doing, next time we do it, we'll be able to get together a little faster.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you so
Thank you, guys.
much.
We'll talk some more, and good luck. Good
Friends,
luck with
you guys are
writing.
awesome.
Yeah, good luck with writing your verses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Talk to
See you
you
later.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
We learned a
Yeah.
lot.
Bye.
All right.